Welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. And every week, I have the honor of interviewing game changers in the wellness arena and people who are pretty special in terms of changing lives of individuals all over the world. That's who I have today, Tiffany Persons, who is involved with Shine On Sierra Leone, and she's going to talk about how she got started with it and all the beautiful and wonderful things that she is doing with it. I'm a big supporter, and I absolutely love having you here.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
I mean, it is an honor. I'm so glad I got a chance to meet you, and what you're doing just fills my heart in every way.
Thank you. Well, I would love to share just where we started. It was 2006 for me, and I went to Sierra Leone to film a documentary, and I lived amongst a community for 3 months of my life. And I fell in love with this community. There were hundreds of children there, but there was no school. And what I found incredible is that they were figuring out, making every effort to create a school. So whether it was putting up, a wood slab and trying to find chalk nubs and having volunteers teach the class in a day.
Right.
But there was no roof on the school. It was a makeshift building. And what became clear is the only thing in the world that they wanted was a school.
They wanted to be educated.
They wanted to be educated.
Right? The education. Wow.
100%, right? It is a human right.
Yeah.
I believe that and I know that. And so I made a vow that I would dedicate my life to making sure that every child within this village had access to an education as long as I lived. And that
It's a
vow.
big vow. A beautiful vow, but a big one.
Yeah, it is. And that vow was challenged on April 14th, 2015. When 5 million children between Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone were allowed to go back to school after the Ebola outbreak. And what should have been a day of celebration turned into something else when we saw that our students were listless, they were weak, they had fever, chills, and we realized that these were the effects of starvation.
Oh, the starvation part, probably just sent you, your heart just dropped. I mean, but what have you done? I know you've done beautiful things about the starvation, and that's what I love.
But that first, that moment was really powerful because as a mother, to know that you cannot feed your child, I mean, that is the greatest gift or the greatest, what causes us to be our strongest is to take care of our children, right?
Yeah.
And so what happened is I was in meditation and I thought about this rich, incredible environment, green everywhere. How could there not be nutrients around them, right? It doesn't need to be barrels of rice dropped from the sky. There has to be something around them. And I got quiet, and one of the things that came to me was bone broth. And it was interesting.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, because I had recently had bone broth maybe a few weeks before, and I just remember the feeling of it was a few days I had the flu or I was sick, and I just remember feeling this feeling of sustenance, right, come over me. And I thought, well, I know that there's butchers, right? I know there are butchers there. So I reached out to them. I found an article, I downloaded it, and I sent it to my friends in Sierra Leone, my community, and they looked at it and they said, okay, you want us to boil bones?
They thought that was gross.
They thought that was witchcraft. They were like, that sounds absolutely nuts. But they said, read it a little more. And so they really took it in, and they came back, and again, they're parents and these are their children, and they really need help. So they said, we'll try it. So what we did is we decided, okay, so what are we going to do to fortify this? So we thought, okay, we're going to boil our bone broth for 2 weeks. They said, okay, well, we have moringa that we've been growing for the last 6 years. So we'll put in moringa and we'll add.
Moringa's amazing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so moringa and tomato and pepper and onion. And so then we thought about, okay, we need a starch. So what about sweet potato or cassava, whatever is in season? So we came together, put our minds together. We had 10 women from the village who donated their time, and they
cook this bone broth.
The bone broth. So we had 4 huge pots, right? And this bone broth was cooked for 2 days, 48 hours.
Yes.
And then the other ingredients were added in. And at the end of that 2 days, we were able to feed 250 students 13 teachers,
Wow.
and 400 community members.
That is a ton. And is that for what length of time?
Well, that was for
The school
next
year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we basically did that every other day
Yeah.
but now we do it every day.
Right.
So now we do it
Right.
every
All year
single day,
round.
all
Yeah.
year round, even when
Yeah.
they're not in school. So the fascinating thing is that once about a month later after they
Yeah.
have been having this bone broth soup every day, or we call it bone soup.
Right.
That's what we call it affectionately. So after a month of having this bone soup, when I walk into the village, everyone comes to me screaming and yelling. They're telling me there are miracles that have happened to them health-wise, right?
Yeah.
Back pains have gone away. Chest pains have gone away. We have a child who has sickle cell anemia who was not in pain for the first time in his life.
That is so beautiful.
It was...
Wow, yeah.
It
What
was
you're doing for their health
Yes.
and their well-being. And
It was an infusion of
Yeah.
health on
Yep.
a level that their traditional diet really just had not
wasn't
allowed
giving
them
them.
to experience.
yeah.
It was so special.
So now
Yeah.
you're really, there's a lot more students we need to feed
Oh,
with this
yes.
bone broth, right?
Oh, yes.
You're feeding how many? And
500 students
Okay.
are under the umbrella of Shine
okay.
on Sierra
And
Leone.
how many are you being able to feed right now?
So 500 students are under the umbrella of Shine on Sierra
Yeah.
Leone, and our goal is to have them sponsored each year, 12-month commitment.
Right.
And for us to educate them, feed them this beautiful bone broth all year,
Yeah.
and to provide them with an on-site healthcare clinic.
Oh, I love that too. Okay.
Absolutely. It is $35 a month.
Wow.
So that's $1.10 a day.
Right.
So we have now 120 students
That are taken care of.
that have been sponsored by
Okay.
amazing friends and supporters.
Right.
And we are
Looking for
charging
those
ahead
other
to
sponsors.
get those other sponsors.
Oh God, after the story, how can you not want to feed and nourish these beautiful beings? I mean, so how do people find you to be able to actually donate and help with this
Absolutely.
project?
So you can simply go to Shine on Sierra Leone. Our Instagram is Shine on Sierra Leone. And our website is www.shineonsierraleone.org.
Perfect. Okay, guys, you need to go do this. This is really important. And I'm already involved.
Yes, you
and
are.
I have a cleanse the last week of September. I'm donating 10% of my gross profits to Shine on Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
And it feels really amazing. So help Tiffany and Shine on Sierra Leone and help these kids really grow and learn and be healthy. And I mean, that's the most beautiful gift you could give someone.
Absolutely. And it's so powerful to know exactly where your money is going.
Right. Absolutely.
So
Thank
shine
you.
on,
Shine
beautiful.
on.